Hi, my name's Callum. I am here to show you just a UI that I've created to assist in generating a training data set for a particular use case. The use case goes something like this. I'm a PhD student and want to write a PhD on a particular topic. I submit my PhD title or the subject of my PhD to a body, and that body goes and submits a search to the PubMed database, so the public medical journals, and searches across all of the other papers that could be relevant to the PhD. You'll see here I've just made up a search term, aspirin and heart attack, and you can see I've got 9,372 results, which would normally have to be manually reviewed each by a medical professional or a research professional who would classify the document as being relevant or irrelevant. Now, the way in which I'm going to do this is I'm going to train DataRobot to help with this. So here what I've got, I can save this data, and I save either the abstract or the CSV. I've saved it into this format. So you can see there's the PubMed ID, title, authors, and the abstract. So with this information, and keep in mind I haven't done anything yet other than downloaded this data ahead of time. I'm moving to my interface now. I'm going to choose the file that I created and I'm going to open it. Now I'm going to submit this file into my app, and you can see that the file's submitted and the docs are uploaded to the internal database. Now the internal database is here, so if I just refresh this, you'll see that I have a number of internal IDs at the beginning. So I've got the DataRobot prediction, the probability. This is all null, of course, because I haven't done anything yet. The manually relevant flags, but you can see all of the other information is just as we saw in the Excel document. So you can see the PubMed ID, the title, the authors, and all the way to the abstract. Now I'm going to go, and because obviously with DataRobot, to train a model, we need to classify at least 100 documents. So let's go to display all of the documents, and you can see that I've got two different sorting options at the moment. I'll have more in a moment. I can display all the unclassified documents, or I can display all of the documents. Now, all of them are actually unclassified at the moment. So if I expand this, I have the first document, and you can see it's yet to have been reviewed and it's yet to have received a prediction. So here I could say, and this is my comments field, so I could say this document is relevant for this reason. And don't worry, I'm going to speed this up in just a moment, and I'll say that this is relevant. I then move to actually no, this is the same document. So if I refresh this, you can see it's been tagged as relevant. If I go into my database, you'll see if I refresh this, that the first document now is classified as relevant, and I have the comments. I can change my mind, of course. Now I'm going to go and do this 100 times, so I am not going to ask you to sit through that, but so expect this to be cut, but I'll see you in a moment. Okay, so I have classified about 100 documents now. So the next thing I need to do is train a DataRobot model. So what that'll do is it's taking that the SQLite database, packaging it up, pushing it to DataRobot. And so what you'll see is if we go to DataRobot and we refresh the AI catalog, what I'm expecting to see is this data set now being populated into the AI catalog, and you can see here it's registering. This is obviously now registered. It's now doing the data analysis. So if I go actually into this project, you can see it's still analyzing features. Keep in mind I haven't clicked anything in this UI. It's all been it's all been kicked off by this app. What I will do is I'll speed up this video again, and you can now see that now that I'm in DataRobot, you can see that the models have now been kicked off. But I will actually speed this up. Okay, so I can see that there is a model that's been identified as the preferred or the best model. And so what I'm going to go ahead and do is back in the interface, I can see that this project was created. I need to make this a prettier screen perhaps, but now that it's been created, what I can do is actually call predictions. Now what this does is, if I look at the database of documents, what this is going to do is assign a prediction, DataRobot prediction, and a prediction probability to each of the rows that don't have haven't been manually rated. So if I go and call predictions, there we go, predictions complete, database ranked and ready to be reviewed. So if I now go into the database and refresh this, you'll see that I have the predictions and whether they're relevant or not. Now, what I can do now is, and this is possibly, well, just to review this. So if the other couple of things that I can do is I can either reset all the predictions, which I don't really want to do, or I could just start again. But if I go back home and just display all of the uploaded docs, I can display all of the documents, and you can see I have the predicted relevant documents, and then I've got the predicted irrelevant documents. So then I could reclassify these if I wanted to, and I could retrain the model. So this is a way in which I could review them, and then improve upon the model if that was necessary. But this will greatly speed up the case where you've got thousands of documents to review and a limited amount of time or resources to do that. Because reviewing a document is obviously a time-consuming thing. So I'll wrap up there. If you've got any questions, please feel free to email me, callum@datarobot.com. Have a great day.